No, it's back up upstairs, right?
This way is the shortest, yeah.
Let's go this way. I'll show you a fairly graphic video of something we are considering as a potential major problem in this school. Several repairs have been made over the course of the last few years. The pipes run under the ground. It's a condensate return line. These are stainless steel clamps, which are used to pretty much like Band-Aids. There's one down there. It gives me sleepless nights. I'm not trying to make it dramatic, but it's a real problem. I'm just, if something lets go underground, it's under pressure. We could close the school. You know, we certainly try not to over-dramatize, but that's pretty graphic. There's several other areas in this. You know, the water heater, the potential for leakage. Just really, without this water on, the school doesn't open. You know, we certainly try to maintain it 68 to 70 degrees under the heat season. We've had several shutdowns, pump failures, piping failures.
What is this pipe here?
It's a condensate return line.
Oh, like how many years old?
It's ancient, it's original.
Huh?
Original. 50 years old.
Why can't they change it?
Because a lot of it's underground. Underground. Into the building, underground.
How bad is it
I
underground?
don't know.
We can see how bad it is out here.
That's what I'm saying. This is a representative sample right here.
That may be the worst.
Maybe, you know, but the potential is for, I can replace that, and I probably will, but
What that pipe does, George, is after the radiator's heat, if the water condenses, it runs, all it does, there's no pressure in that line, it runs back to the boiler. It's a condensation.
Oh, so there's no pressure?
No pressure that I know of.
But I mean, that pipe should be replaced, even if you don't replace it.
up in the girls' room, on the floor below the principal's office is a girls' room with water pipe in a trench, which is all part of the system. That's pretty well rotted out also. A lot of that is in the wall, we can't get at it. Right now it's leaking, it's not right today, but during the heating season it leaks, but it's buried in the wall. We had a plumber come in, it's masonry. We had a plumber come in and said, you know, there's too much, you can't do it. Local plumber, there's a lot of work for them, a lot of small jobs, you gotta get a contractor in here that can, and it's a major job. And, you know, I just
Well, I don't think anybody's arguing that it does need maintenance and replacement.
I know, I understand it, but if that goes, I mean, I don't know what to do. What do I do? We can't shut the school down.
Okay, I think we're going to conclude. I think this gives everybody a pretty good idea as far as the school, the physical plant, what we're facing in relation to major repairs, which are going to be needed regardless of the use of the building. And I think that what we're going to do now is we're going to move over towards to the police station and take a look at that particular facility now, give you an idea as to what we're facing for space over there. I think what we're and some of you have been in here before, some of you have not, some of you have been invited in, some of you have been invited in for other reasons. But what you're going to see as we walk into the entryway of the police department is a very narrow corridor with a closed-off area, which is basically the only access into the police department, whether you've been coming in looking for information or directions, or whether you're being brought in a cruiser. And we have some very serious safety and liability issues that we're facing here, in addition to the cramped space that the officers have to work under. So what we're going to do is we're going to proceed inside and just show you what the physical plant looks like and what the conditions are that the officers are working under. 59.
Anybody tell them what's coming?
Yeah.
Just so we don't abuse anybody?
Yeah, that's right. We have his, I don't know who's going to give us the torch, Chief. This is Chief Hank Grinnell or Lieutenant Nolan, Ed Nolan.
You all here to make it seem more crowded?
Oh, you got enough room?
It's a good thing we don't have large riots in that. What would you put in there?
I remember the day.
Yeah, that's right.
We had 20 some of them lined up all the way down the hall.
I don't know who you want, Chief, to take it from here as far as, you know, what you're facing in relation to space-wise, as far as liability issues.
Yeah, we're both.
Chief Hank Grinnell and Lieutenant Ed Nolan.
Good evening, folks. You just obviously came in through the only public access to the police department. That's our lobby area. And one of the unique things of our lobby area is that you can look through the glass windows into our dispatch area and our booking area. And one of the problems with that arrangement is that the federal government now considers that to be illegal. Your booking areas have got to be in a secure part of the building, and your dispatch area, communications area, has to be a target hardened part of the building that's not accessible easily to the public. So there are a couple of problems confronting this setup already in this existing facility. One of the problems we run into is that on occasion we have a person that is being booked or in our custody and being booked for a crime, and they're under the influence of alcohol or other kinds of drugs, and they become a little, well, for lack of better terms, violent. We've actually had some damage done to the walls and back of you by people flailing backwards. So now we've installed these rings out here where they're handcuffed to this booking area. But one of the problems is that the public does see that. We have women, we have children, we have men coming in here, and they're liable to hear things that are not appreciated or at least are X-rated. And the public shouldn't have to see that kind of stuff there. So this is it's a multi-purpose area. It serves as our lunch area. It serves as our booking area, as communications. And in communications, we have our 911 dispatch center. We communicate with our cruisers. There's also our training area and report writing area. So it serves a multitude of purposes in this one small confined area. We can have as many as 2 or 3 or 4 police officers in here at one time, conducting any one of those particular tasks. So as you walk by this area here, you'll get to see the dispatch area, and there are 2 911 terminals, and then there are a number of other computer terminals where officers do data entry into our in-house records keeping system, and then our radio dispatches here, as well as our public business phones. And as you walk by off to the right where Selectman O'Leary is standing, that is going to be our records area, report writing area, and it sort of serves as an informal lunch area for officers that are taking a lunch break. In there, they'll do their reports and do research on different projects. Sergeants keep their own files for their own shifts in that particular room, and all the phone lines and the 911 lines that come into the building also terminate in that little area. North Reading's website will be housed in this location also. We'll be going online, hosting our own website probably around the middle of September, and it'll be nrpd.org. So if you're interested, you can take a look. We have a test pattern up there right now. But that's on your right-hand side. As we move further down the hall, you'll see my office on the left-hand side. Out of that office is run several functions. It's planning, research and planning, it's training. There is some training function done in there. And we also house all our management information systems. The brains of our computer systems are in there. We have our network that manages the in-house computer system. There is a computer system in there that provides a linkage from our in-house to the state, federal, and to our cruisers. And then we have a crime analysis GIS mapping system in there that allows us to project out and manage our crime problem within the community of North Reading. You walk down through the door straight ahead. The chief's door will be on your left-hand side, and down through the last door on the left-hand side you'll see our secretary's office, and to the right you'll see the detective's office, which houses 3 offices. Behind where Selectman Bagan and our finance director George Dow is standing are two restrooms. They're supposed to be private, but there are no public restrooms here, so we share that with the public. And then beyond that, there is an office space shared by several offices. Juvenile function is out of that small office. Firearms licensing function is out of there, and our safety officer is out of that office also. As we move down here to your right, you'll see the North Reading cell block area. We can't go into one of the cells. I believe there is a prisoner in there, but we'll walk by there as we get downstairs. There is one female cell, there are 3 male cells, and there used to be a juvenile cell. We've shut that down because that now houses the 911 mainframe, as well as another auxiliary computer system that we use that'll be working with the elderly, checking on the elderly on a daily basis to see if it's called the Are You OK program. So it'll automatically dial the elders in town. If they don't answer the phone within so many minutes, it'll red flag it and we'll dispatch a cruise to that. So you'll see that room there, which used to be a juvenile holding facility. Right now we don't have the capability to hold a young person under 17 years of age, and we do run into some legal problems with that.
Well, if we have to hold the juvenile overnight, we have to transport them to Somerville, and then in the morning we have to pick them up in Somerville and take them to court. Well, we paid the transportation. No, we don't have to pay. We don't have to pay. What we pay for is the next morning picking them up and going to court. You're paying overtime for that.
So if you want to move into, you can stop by here. If anybody has any questions,
stay on the top floor first, and then downstairs we'll explain downstairs. We also do the monitoring for the cell block also in here.
Yeah, we can afford to have a couple of people come up here and take a quick look. So if you want to pass by quickly, you can step into this area here and actually see the dispatch area.
Seth, why don't you do that? Just
oh, yeah.
Oh, just that area, huh? Just trying to figure out the best way to try.
Somebody want to go back that way?
Do you think that somebody might be up in the corner? You have a number up there to reach anybody at?
Yeah, it's Seth, just so that we can run this later.
Okay.
Okay, roll, Steve.
Excuse me.
So this is the office of the executive officer, lieutenant of the police department. This serves as multifunctional planning, research, and houses all the in-house computer systems that we employ in the police department.
Is this bigger than the one Wilmington is shutting down? Smaller.
There's a little bit bigger.
Theirs is bigger, huh?
Yeah, it's not much.
How about Tewksbury?
Tewksbury, that's about the same size, the one that shut down.
Alright.
Seth, we're coming into excuse me, ma'am. We're coming into the administrative part of the building. The chief of police is located on the left side. Folks, what you're looking at here, you see these lockers over here? Folks, these lockers in the hallway here is kind of congested, but this is our evidence storage. And this is the best we have to offer, and this is an area that I probably shouldn't be saying a lot, but we do have a tendency to have to store evidence in areas that if an astute attorney got a hold of it, we'd have problems successfully prosecuting cases in court, because it would fail, we would fail to properly log and secure evidence. So this is an area we do have a problem. And it also houses our fax machine, this hallway, and the mail slots for our offices. As we proceed down the hall, we'll see our secretary's office on the left. She does multiple functions in this office. She does some in-house records keeping. She does billing and invoicing, as well as payroll and other secretarial duties out of this office here. It's also the best office in the building. To the right, where Seth is walking now, is our detectives area.
We have, usually two detectives.
We have 4 officers, 3 officers sharing this. 1 officer keeps his equipment in here. This office is used to interview victims of crimes. It's used to interrogate suspects. It is substandard according to federal standards, where you shouldn't be interviewing victims of crimes or witnesses to crimes in unfriendly kind of an environment, and this doesn't meet that criteria, obviously.